Yes, good morning children. So in today's class, okay, already you have read about in the part 1 about Evelyn Glenning. So in the part 2 you are going to learn about the new chapter called the Shehnai of Bismillah. So already you know who is he. He is very famous. You know what is his name? Bismillah anywhere? So in this lesson you are going to read entire thing that how this Shehnai came into existence and how Bismillah Khan gave a very unique thing to Shehnai. So let us read about it. Think of the Shehnai and the first thing that you would probably imagine of wedding. Whenever you come across with this word Shehnai, you have seen in the wedding or any of the temples, when the wedding takes place, you will be heard on song or a play of that Shehnai. So imagine that thing that comes only played by the famous name called Shehnai. So we move on to the first paragraph, that is Emperor Aurangzeb banned the playing of the musical instrument called pungi in the royal residence of it had a shrill, unpleasant song. So the first it was played with the Emperor Aurangzeb. He was a very greatest king. You know, Aurangzeb was a very greatest king. He, in his emperor, in his kingdom, it was banned playing the musical instrument. Okay, which instrument called pungi? The pungi was this. Okay, with the shape. Okay, this is pungi. Okay, so this Aurangzeb, he banned playing this pungi. Why he banned this? Because he doesn't like the shrill sound, unpleasant sound. It was giving a very unpleasant sound. That's the reason Aurangzeb stopped playing this pungi sound. Pungi became generic name for rendered noise maker. It became something like noise maker. Okay, it was not at all pleasant, not at all melodious. The sound of the pungi was not at all melodious. It was giving shrill sound. Okay, that's the reason Aurangzeb has banned this one. Few had thought that it would one day be revived. So some people thought it may be revived. It can be taken in the new form. Okay. Later, a barber of the family of a professional musician. One person, a barber, okay, his family was professionally, they were musicians. Okay, what they did, who had access, who had entered, okay, to the royal palace. So decided to improve. They decided to improve this pungi's sound. Okay, they decided to have some other, let them modify the sound of this music. Who? The barber in the royal palace decided to improve the tonal quality of the pungi. You see what they wanted to improve? The tonal quality, by as it was very shrill sound, unpleasant sound. So they wanted to have a very melodious sound. So they wanted to have a quality of this pungi. He chose a pipe. So what he did, he chose a pipe there. Okay, what did he? He took a pipe. Okay, and he chose a pipe with a natural hollow stem, with the longer and broader than the pungi. So what he did? Pungi was at this side. So what he did? He took a small big this one, and in that one he made 7 holes on the body. So what became? This was a pungi. So he took a stem. In that one he made a 70 holes. He did. After that he made 7 holes on the body of this pipe. Okay. When he played onto it, so when this barber started to play that, the hollow stem, I can say. When he played it, closing and opening the same of the hole. So what he did, he took this one and he started to open and close the finger. Okay, that is what happened is that soft and melodious sounds were produced. Now what happened? So when as he was opening and closing that on the whole smoke, the sound of the music was giving very, very melodious. It was producing very melodious sound. He played the instrument before royal and everyone was impressed. When he played this thing, no, in the royal palaces, everyone were impressed. Everyone, they were happy to listen to this such a melodious this one sound. The instrument so different from the pungi. What it became? It was very much different. This one was Shehnai, it was totally different from the Pungi. It was totally different. The size was different, the sound was different, it was giving very pleasant sound. This Shehnai. Now what it became? As the story goes, since it was first played in Shah chamber, it was played in the king's chamber. King, you know, the king's chamber. So it was first played. This Shehnai was first played in the Shah chamber and played by Nai. Nai was student who all know Nai was nothing but Babu. Okay, you know that? Yes. So what happened? This was first played in the king's chamber and was played. The Shehnai was played by a Babu. Then later what happened? He played this in the Nari. The instrument was named. That's the reason this was named as it was played in the Shah chamber. It has changed to Shah. This was played by a Nari. So it was changed into Shehnai. Clear? Yes, student? Then coming back to the next one. The sound of the Shehnai began to be considered auspicious. Auspicious means it was a good fortune. It was a lucky charm, or you say, no? So playing in the family functions, playing in the some of the marriage functions. So this Shehnai, it was very auspicious there. And for that reason, it is still played in the temples. Now, who also is practicing. Still in anywhere in the marriages or any function in the temples everywhere, this Shehnai is still played. And it is indispensable component of any North Indian India, Northern wedding. So now also that practice is going on. If you go any part of North India wedding, you will find the Shehnai playing everywhere in the family's weddings. In the past, the Shehnai was part of the Naubat or a traditional resemblance of 9 instruments found at the royal court. So in the past, this Shehnai was a part of Naubat and it was according to the customs. Okay, this was recently played in the royal court. Later what happened, till recently it was used only in the temples. In the recent time, only it was played in the temples and in the weddings. Okay. The credit, so before this Shehnai came into existence, you know what happened? This was played only in the temples and wedding. But what happened? The credit for bringing this instrument was unto the classical, to bring into this classical stage. Okay, to bring into classical stage. Who was the main person? The main person was Bismillah Khan, who brought into classical stage, classical level. Only it was played in the temples and it was played in the wedding. But who brought into the classical, this one like Western, all of those things, who brought into the classical stage? That was Bismillah Khan. It was one person who brought into this. The credit for bringing this instrument into the classical stage goes to Star Bismillah Khan. As 5 years old, now when he was very young, okay, when he was just 5 years young, okay, what happened here? Bismillah Khan used to play Gilli Danda. Gilli Danda is nothing but a small stick, children, okay, a small stick, okay, this is called Gilli and it will be a Danda, big size, okay. So he used to play, when he was very young, he used to play a Gilli Danda near the pound, near the ancient estate of Damron in Bihar. Okay, it's a small place called Damron in Bihar. Okay, in Bihar state. Usually when he was very young, he used to play Gilli Danda. He would regularly go to the nearby Biharji temple to sing the Bhojpuri Chaita, at the end which he could earn a big laddu weighing 1.25 kgs of prize given to a local Maharaja. So what happened? Every day what he used to do, he used to go to the temple, okay, to sing a Bhojpuri songs. Okay, there no, a Maharaja used to give a big size of that, to size of 1.2 kg. Such a big, I can say 1.25 kg big laddu, such a big laddu. Just imagine the size of that laddu. The Maharaja used to give him as a, just as a, this one. Then this happened 80 years ago. And little boy has travelled far to earn highest civilian award in India, that is Bharat Ratna. So what happened? After many days, after this struggle, after getting success, ultimately he got, because of his success, he got a very honored prize, that is the Bharat Ratna Award. Born on 21st March 1916, Bismillah belonging to well-known family of musicians from Bihar. So, Bismillah Khan was born on 21st March 1916. Okay, I want everyone to underline that sentence. So, Bismillah Khan was born on 21st of March 1916. He belongs to a well-known family. Well-known family is very famous family of musicians. Where he was born in Bihar. Okay, and his grandfather. Okay, Bismillah Khan's grandfather name was Rasul Baks Khan. Okay, his grandfather. Bismillah Khan's grandfather name was Rasul Baks Khan. Was a Shehnai Nawaz of Bhojpuri King's Kingdom. He was a very famous and was a Shehnai Nawaz of Bhojpuri King's Kingdom. Even his grandfather used to go to this Bhojpuri kingdom and even used to play this Shehnai. His father, Paigambar Bucks, and the other paternal ancestors were also played Shehnai. Not only his grandfather but also the paternal family. Paternal ancestors means the father's relatives, you can tell, father's relatives. All those people were very good in playing the Shehnai. All were very good in playing Shehnai. The young boy took music early in life. So this young boy, he's just like very initial days when he was very small. At that time when he started to learn music. Okay. At the age of 3, just imagine, right from the years of 3 years he started. When his mother took him to the maternal uncle's house in Banaras. A mother, no, she took her to maternal means Nani's house, you know. She took her to a mother's relative's house. Okay, so her uncle is nothing but her own mother's brother. Okay, she took to Banaras. Now it is called as Varanasi. Okay, Bismillah was fascinated watching his uncle practice the Shehnai. So Bismillah Khan every now and then he used to listen very carefully and observe all those things, how his uncle is to play the Shehnai. Soon Bismillah started accompanying his uncle. Soon Bismillah Khan, what he did, he started to do accompany to his uncle. Wherever his uncle is to play the Shehnai, he used to accompany him. Ali Bucks to the Vishnu temple of Banaras, where Bucks was employed to play Shehnai. Ali Bucks used to go to the Vishnu temple, his uncle, and there only what happened, even he was employed there to play the Shehnai. Ali Bucks could play the Shehnai and Bismillah could sit captivated. So Ali Bucks used to play Shehnai and this Bismillah Khan used to captivate. Captivate is something he had a fascinated, he was always engaged there. Then Bismillah, he started getting lesson in playing the instrument and he was practicing throughout the day. So Bismillah Khan used to sit there along with his uncle, get practice with all those things and used to play sometimes. Then for years to come, the temple of Balaji and Mangalmayi at the bank of river became his young apprentice favorite haunt where he could practice in solitude. Wherever he find the free place, he could sit there and enjoy the river flowing of the river Ganga, and he could find very peace there and listen to the waterfalls of those things and water waves of those things and listen to the music and all alone he used to feel to listen all those things. And the flowing water of the Ganga inspired. The flowing water of the river Ganga has also motivated him to improvise. Okay, to improvise the invented gathas. Okay, and earlier considered to be beyond the range of Shehnai. At the age of 14, Bismillah accompanied his uncle to Allahabad music conference. So at the age of 14, Bismillah, along with his uncle, he accompanied. Okay, so he went to Allahabad for music conference. At the end of the recital, so at the end of the performance, recital means the playing notes. So Bismillah Khan also went along with his uncle to Allahabad. So when the performance was over, Ustad Fayaz Khan patted the young boys back and said, so Ustad Fayaz Khan, he knew what he did when he saw that the Bismillah Khan was playing very nice the Shehnai, he patted in the sense he appreciated the young boy back. And he told, the Fayaz Khan told, work hard and you shall make it. He said that you need to work hard and really if you work hard, you will be succeed. You will be getting whatever you wanted. Work hard and you shall make it. With the opening of All India Radio in Lucknow in 1938, came Bismillah's big break. So what it became? in 1938, Bismillah Khan got a big break. Okay, what is that big break means? In All India Radio. Okay, he got a big break. What? He soon became often heard Shehnai played in radio. Okay, the Shehnai was heard also in radio. That was a big break for Bismillah Khan. When India gained independence day, the first Indian to lead 1947, Bismillah Khan became the first Indian to lead the nation with his Shehnai. So when India gained in 1947, Bismillah became the first Indian to greet. To greet means to welcome the nation. Okay, to welcome the nation with his Shehnai. Okay, he welcomed the people. When we got on Independence Day, he has welcomed. Greeted means he welcomed the nation with his Shehnai. He poured his heart. Means he exhibited lot of efforts and enthusiasm into the Raga Kafi. Okay, what he poured, he exhibited all his heart into the Raga Kafi on the red fort to an audience, to all the audience, which included Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Okay, even he was there. Our first Prime Minister when we got Independence Day on that day itself. Even our Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru was the first Prime Minister of India. Even he was there. And after the Shehnai played there, who later gave his famous, who's famous? Jawaharlal Nehru's famous called Rise with Destiny speech. He gave. Jawaharlal Nehru gave a speech on Rise with Destiny. Bismillah Khan had given many memorable performances. Bismillah Khan became very famous in India as well as also in abroad. Okay, so Bismillah Khan had given many memorable performances both in India as well as in abroad. Not only in India but also in foreign countries. His first trip. So Bismillah Khan's first trip was in abroad. In which country? It was in Afghanistan, where King Zahid Khan was taken to the maestro and gifted him priceless Persian carpet and other sovereigns. So what became? The King Zahid Khan, no? So he gave, it was the first trip of Bismillah Khan. So this King Zahid Khan, he has given a Persian carpet to Bismillah Khan and other sovereigns. Other sovereign means things given in a memory of place or person or event for any. So the king of Afghanistan was not only one of the fascinated with Bismillah Khan's music. Okay, not only this Afghanistan king was impressed, but many other people also were very impressed by his music. Film director Vijay Bhatt. Okay, not only the other kings but also king by name and kings of this Afghanistan. Not only he but also the director, by famous director called Vijay Bhatt, was so impressed of his after hearing the Bismillah Khan's this one, no, he was very much interested. So what he did at the festival, he named a film. So on his name only, he has named a film after the instrument called Gu Chuti Shehnai, Vikramberg. The film was hit. So this Gu Chuti Shehnai, it was a huge hit. Okay, and one of the Bismillah Khan's composition also. It was one of the Bismillah Khan's composition. That is the very famous song Dil Ka Khilona Hai Toot Gaya. So that was a famous song. Turned into to be a national wide chartbuster. So what became? It was a chartbuster. Became very famous. Okay, not only in India, throughout the nation. This song and this film was super hit. Okay, that was the thing. So whatever I have come across with this lesson, the Shehnai of Bismillah Khan. Here we have let us move on to our quiz session. I want you to know how far you all have understood with this lesson. We'll move on to this. I want you to answer for these questions. Here is a quiz session, children. First we'll move on to the quiz. Before the quiz, I wanted you all to go for the video itself. Just a second.
The sound of music the Shehnai of Bismillah Khan, gives an account of the life of Shehnai maestro Ustad Bismillah Khan and how he brought the Shehnai to the classical stage. Let's take a look at the life of Ustad Bismillah Khan. The Shehnai originated from a shrill, unpleasant instrument known as the pungi. According to the story, the pungi was banned by Emperor Aurangzeb. An enterprising Babur decided to improve upon the pungi and make it melodious. He then played the improved instrument for a royal family who were impressed. The word Nai meant Babur, and since the instrument was played in the Shah's chambers, it was called the Shehnai. From a noisy instrument, the Shehnai evolved to become an auspicious fixture at weddings and ceremonies. However, the Shehnai was popularized on the classical musical stage by Ustad Bismillah Khan. Ustad Bismillah Khan was born to a family of renowned Shehnai players in Dumrao, Bihar. Bismillah's family played before the Bhojpuri king. As a young boy, Bismillah would watch his uncles practice the Shehnai with fascination. The young Bismillah would sing songs at a nearby temple and earn laddus in return. Bismillah would accompany his uncle Ali Baksh to the Vishnu temple at Banaras. This was followed by lessons in Shehnai. Bismillah would not only practice all day but also invent his own ragas for the Shehnai. When he was 14, Bismillah and his uncle performed at the Allahabad Music Conference. Their audience included Ustad Fayyaz Khan, one of the greatest vocalists of the century. After the performance, Ustad Fayyaz Khan advised Bismillah to work hard. Bismillah got his big break at All India Radio in Lucknow. On the day of India's independence, Bismillah Khan performed the Rag Kafi at the Red Fort. His Shehnai was the first music that independent India listened to. Later, Jawaharlal Nehru would greet the nation with his famous Tryst with Destiny speech. From then onwards, Bismillah travelled the world, delighting the audience with his Shehnai music. King Zahir Shah of Afghanistan was so fascinated by Bismillah's music that he gifted him priceless Persian carpets. Vijay Bhatt, a noted filmmaker, was so inspired by Bismillah's performance that he named one of his movies after the maestro's favourite instrument. He was also the first Indian to perform at Lincoln Center Hall in United States of America. He also performed at Montreal, Cannes, and Osaka, to name a few. He also had an auditorium named after him, called the Tahar Mausiqui Ustad Bismillah Khan. He also won national awards like Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan, Padma Vibhushan, and the Bharat Ratna, India's highest civilian award. On receiving the Bharat Ratna, Bismillah asked people to teach children music, Hindustan's richest tradition. He remained deeply attached to Banaras and Dumrao. Even partition could not make him leave his beloved Banaras. He is an exquisite example of India's rich cultural heritage and diversity.
Okay, we move on to the quiz session, children. So I want you all to read the question and answer this right answer. There are 4 options, children. You need to read this extract, and this is the question, and here are the 4 options. So with the opening of All India Radio in Lucknow in 1938 came a Bismillah's big break. He soon became an often heard Shehnai player on the radio. So the question is, which of these words is a synonym for opening? Yes, children, it's A or D or what it is? B. Okay, we move on to B. Inauguration. Okay. So shall we submit? Yes, ma'am. Yes, it's the right answer. Okay, next. Second question. With the coveted award resting on his chest and his eyes glistening with rare happiness on his chest and his eyes glistening with the rare happiness, he said, all I would like to say is, teach your children music. So what do these lines say about Bismillah Khan? His motivation towards study, his association with kids, his desire to play abroad, his devotion to music. His devotion to music. Go for the photo. Have you submit?
Yes, ma'am.
Devotion to music. Very good. Next third one. With opening the same extract, again the question is, what accomplishment did Bismillah achieve following his big break? He played at the Red Fort on 15th August 1947. He played at the court of King of Afghanistan. He composed a song for Vijay Ban's movie. He was awarded the Bharat Ratna. He was awarded the big break. Yes. We'll go on to the D option. Yes, ma'am. Submit. He played at the Red Fort. So that was his big break, isn't it? So that was his achievement here. Okay, so we'll go next. With the convicted award resting on his chest and his eyes glittering with the rare happiness on his chest and his eyes glittering with the rare happiness, he said, all I would like to say is teach your children music. Which coveted award mentioned in the above lines of Bismillah received? It is Padma Vibhushan, Padma Shri, Bharat Ratna or Padma Vibhushan? Bharat Ratna. Shall we do something? Yes, right answer. Fifth question. You all are enjoying this quiz? Yes, ma'am. The class. The sound of the Shehnai began to be considered auspicious, and for this reason, it is still played in the temples and is an indispensable component of any North Indian wedding. Who invented the Shehnai? The musician, priest, Baba Kadi. Yes. Same again this question, what is the meaning of the word convicted? Hate strongly, desire eagerly, renounce strongly, choose wisely. Desire, yes. Shall we go for the B option? Yes. Which one you feel? Desire, yes. Okay. Yes. 71. The sound of the Shehnai began to be considered auspicious, and for this reason, it is still played in temples and it is an indispensable component of any North Indian wedding. Which of these four is the synonyms for indispensable? Necessary? Shall we go for necessary? Yes. You all agree? Yes, ma'am. Yes. Again, one more question is the eighth question. With the opening of the All India Radio in Lucknow in 1938, came Bismillah Khan, Bismillah's big break. He soon became often heard Shehnai player on the radio. So, in which genre of music would you characterize Bismillah Shehnai music? Popular music, folk music, or classical? Classical music. We have two more questions, I think. We'll see into that. With the poet award resting to his chest and his eyes glittering with the rare happiness on his chest and his eyes glittering with the rare happiness, he would say, all I would like to say is teach your children music. Why do you think Bismillah Khan wants the children to learn music? Because it is Indian tradition or because it Okay. So this is all about the class 8, Tata 8 app. This video have showed you. Here you have some questions, children. It's a worksheet. We go for more. Here you have some worksheet based on this same lesson, the Shehnai of Bismillah Khan. Here you have some question worksheet. So you have to write your class, division, roll number, date, everything, and answer these questions. Okay, answer the following question in 30 to 40 words. Why the instrument came to be known as the Shehnai in the long answer questions. Answer the following question in 100 to 200 words. Describe the story of how the Shehnai was invented. Describe the childhood of Bismillah Khan, and we have to discuss some of the qualities of Bismillah Khan. Okay, these are the questions you need to answer. Okay, children? This will end our lesson for the Shehnai of Bismillah Khan. Thank you, children.